814 Wrestling presents Dealer's Choice. Now, here's your commentary team of TV's Mike Edwards, Doc, and Todd Taylor.
Here we go, a new team debut. Again, this is part of the Fresh Face Initiative here in 814 Wrestling.
These aren't very fresh faces, though.
Well, we saw them in Battle Royal, but this is their first actual matchup right here.
I don't know who they are.
All right, the Badstreet Boys making their way to the ring, and they have a huge opportunity here tonight.
This man getting in the ring right now, this is the Honey Badger, Devin Thrasher. The man with the denim vest, that is the bad boy, Anthony Colosi, with their manager right now, Dreamweaver David Stone, the maker of dreams.
That's right. And the reason he calls himself the maker of dreams is, he makes things happen as a manager. He's always wheeling and dealing for these gentlemen. And tonight, they got an opportunity because of his dealings.
Exactly. He's the man that says he's going to take him from the slums of Bad Street to the penthouse of Bad Street.
Point taken.
What about the forum of... Oh, sorry. I heard penthouse. Sorry.
Here's the thing, they've got to take on the 814 Tag Team Champions. Probably one of the greatest tag teams right now, using the Freebird rule of any two members can defend the titles. Normally, it's Julian Jay and Mike Bonner are the wrestlers of the group.
Right.
Not saying that RJ Booker is not a wrestler. RJ Booker is a fine wrestler, but he's more of the spokesman slash
spiritual advisor.
Yes, spiritual advisor for this team.
Family over everything, making their way to the ring. Julian Jay,
how come everybody doesn't like you, Doc?
814 Tag Team Champions. I will say this about these guys right here. They also made history a couple months ago. They were the first ever two-time 2PW Tag Team Champions.
Oh, these guys are all tough customers. That's why I was glad they were looking at you.
And currently the very first 814 Tag Team Champions.
Yes.
So making history no matter where they go as the Brotherhood. These guys have been a part of the AON side of 814 for a long time, been great tag team competitors. And look at this.
I know how they do it. And they keep looking at you, Doc.
That's because they've never liked my comments, and
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is for the 814 Wrestling Tag Team Championship. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the challengers, fighting out of the corner to my left. From Bad Street to Macro, PA. Weighing a combined weight of 420 pounds. Escorted to the ring by their manager, Dreamweaver David Stone. Everyone's favorite hippie, Devin Thrasher. The bad boy, Anthony Colosi. They are the Badstreet Boys. And their opponents, representing the Brotherhood. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a combined weight of 460 pounds. Escorted to the ring by Iron Mike Bonner, RJ Booker, and the Hooligan Julian Jay. They are the 814 Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Brotherhood.
So now we know who is going to be defending the titles for the Brotherhood, who's representing them in this matchup. Again, we've known them for a very long time in the AON side. You've known them from 2PW. We know these are one of the toughest tag teams right here.
You know what? Change your plan. Mike said he's hungry because he's been in jail, so you know what? He's going to take this tonight.
That's right.
Okay.
Mike has been put away for a while.
Okay, so it's going to be Bonner and Jay. And RJ's taking the night off.
All right.
Iron Mike Bonner.
That's all right. They can do that. It's a Freebird rule.
It's a Freebird rule. The match has not started, so legally they can change who they want as the competitors in the matchup. So right now we're going to get Julian Jay, we're going to get Iron Mike, and this is probably the toughest and the strongest of the combinations right now. RJ Booker, very much a spiritual leader, but he's very much more technically sound, a little bit more high flyer. These guys are the power, the roughhouse, the brutes of this group.
You know, Iron Mike Bonner has a boxing background. I mean, he's from the Hill District. I mean, this man has fought in the streets all his life. I mean, he's been throwing people through windows. I mean, we saw that in the Rumble. I mean, he got some good practice there, but tonight, you know, they got their hands full with the Badstreet Boys.
And not knowing much about the Badstreet Boys, we're seeing them here tonight for the very first time in 814 Wrestling.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, he better quit doing that or he's going to be through the match.
And
you don't turn your back on Julian Jay.
You don't turn your back on your opponent. And #1 rule in wrestling, right behind, you never headbutt a Samoan.
Right.
These guys, Badstreet Boys, they are #1 contenders for the EHW Tag Team Championships. That says something. They have an opportunity in multiple promotions for Tag Team Champions. If these guys have been around, these guys are legitimate. They're tough competitors.
Could you imagine?
Not legitimate competitors.
Man.
Well, Philip Archer is disagreeing with me right now.
Philip Archer's.
Did you win last month? No. They come in here and get a title shot? Where's AC Norway? This is ridiculous.
Well, this is the Fresh Face Initiative right here, as AC Norway calls it.
Yeah.
And right now, good hammer block on Julian Jay, the Hooligan, the man with the rugby background. Going behind the Honey Badger right now. Side headlock. Some good wrestling right there by Julian Jay. Back up to the ropes. Fires Julian Jay off to the ropes. Off he comes. Shoulder block, and that's a little bit of rugby background right there.
Thrasher got knocked out on that one. I mean, you don't want to mess. Julian Jay has that, that rugby background, and I mean, he can take you out. What an arm drag, though.
Another arm drag, nicely done.
And another one.
And Thrasher with some nice arm drags, three-peat right there, a hat trick of arm drags, if you will.
And that's the thing about the Brotherhood. You have to catch them off guard. You have to catch them slipping because they rarely slip.
Exactly.
And well, that's what you have RJ Booker on the outside here. He's shouting out commands to these guys, helping these guys out. They are a cohesive unit. There's no doubt about it.
And now cutting the ring in half, a smart tag team wrestling by the Badstreet Boys. And in the ring now is Colosi. And Anthony Colosi now just taking it to Julian Jay. And
nice sling blade right there. And by the way, Todd, he said Colosi. That's not the Speaker of the House in there.
No, I know.
What are you doing?
And now look at there. They kind of forgot who was the legal man in that one, and Philip Archer was making sure he was telling them that.
Yeah, Robert Cross is lost completely. Robert Cross is losing control of this matchup, but then again, I wouldn't expect anything less.
Well, that's the way it goes here at 814.
You can tell him that to his face, Doc, and there'll be another one lining up to beat your ass.
Oh, well, you know what? Just jump in, because there's many.
Tag, here comes the Honey Badger now back into the ring.
What the hell kind of name is Honey Badger?
You don't know what a Honey Badger is? Look it up.
Well, actually, right now, he wants to be known as Devin Thrasher, the hippie. And oh my goodness.
3, 1, 2.
Referee was a little out of position there. Might have had the 3 count if he had been in the right spot. That kind of favored the Brotherhood a little bit right there.
Well, I mean, Iron Mike Bonner, Julian Jay, they have, regardless where they wrestle, there's always lines of teams wanting to compete against these guys. I mean, the reason Philip Archer is behind me right now watching this matchup is, he feels that the culmination should be in the tag team running here, which I highly feel, I highly feel him on this one. But the simple fact is, no disrespect to Mr. Archer here, we all get told to get in line. And, we're seeing that right now. And now Colosi.
And RJ Booker.
Goodness.
And that's what RJ Booker does out on the outside. And now Julian Jay, that roughneck attitude of his right now, going to work on this guy, just beating the holy hell out of Colosi.
He's in the wrong part of town now.
And here comes Iron Mike Bonner.
And now, RJ Booker gets involved. I mean, that's how it goes with the Freebird rule, I guess.
Iron Mike, the powerhouse of the team, the striker, if you will, now tags in Julian Jay, and they're just stomping the guts out of this guy in the corner. Firing his right hands in, tags in.
Look at this. This is how you cut a ring off. As much as I don't like the Brotherhood, they're doing it right.
Well, that's why they're the tag team champions here in 814 Wrestling.
Yeah, because they haven't fought the culmination. That's exactly why.
Well, but they're also good tag team wrestlers, whether you like them or not.
I didn't say that. I didn't say they weren't. Oh, you're an awesome backbreaker.
Nice backbreaker.
And right now, Julian Jay.
Off the ropes he comes, and
that senton, he has crushed people with that senton.
He crushed him.
And there he goes, Thrasher breaking up the count. That's smart. Again, smart tag team wrestling, whether you like it or not.
Well, right. It is smart.
Especially when you got titles on the line and you're trying to make a name for yourself, making your debut here in 814 Wrestling. And here's the thing about this that I don't like, the way that Julian Jay is. He's got his back to his opponents. Yes, he's looking over to his corner, but he's not keeping an eye on his opponent in case he comes running in the ring.
But I mean, here's the thing. Like, one thing about the Brotherhood, they pick you apart piece by piece. They will make, like I said, they cut the ring in half. They do smart tag team wrestling. That's why they've held multiple titles in multiple areas. That is why they are the current 814 champions. Wow. As you can see right now, they are just totally taking Colosi out of this whole match.
They are picking him apart and not letting him get this corner. Smart tag team wrestling. And again, and here's the thing about them too. The thing about these two members of the Brotherhood is that neither one of them are really known as high flyers or speed wrestlers. These guys are powerhouses. They'd like to slow the speed down, control the pace of the match, and that's exactly what they're doing. A nice suplex by Iron Mike.
Iron Mike from the Hill District just taking them out here. And I mean, like I said, Iron Mike just got out of jail. And I mean, I don't think anybody messed with that man while he was incarcerated.
And Julian Jay very quickly slipped over there to prevent him from crawling over to make the tag. And you think Colosi never make the tag. Hard run his jawbreaker. But before Julian Jay landed back in his corner. And Iron Mike, man, just knocked Devin Thrasher off the apron.
Oh my goodness.
About time I get a microphone.
Just ran him over like a Mack truck. And, well, I don't know where Todd went to, but Philip Archer now jumping on commentary.
Yep, it's mine.
Oh my goodness. And right now, Iron Mike Bonner, I mean, he ran through him. I mean, just insanity. Off the ropes. Big back elbow.
And we see
Here comes Julian.
And we've seen this from these guys before. The great tag team. And look at the way he cuts himself between the opponent. And again, floated right over between him and the corner. But his leg was in reach for Thrasher to pull him off for the pinfall.
I mean, smart maneuver by Thrasher and, stopping that. It's very smart right there.
But I will say, as much as I don't like the Brotherhood, again, after that sidewalk slam, Julian Jay was smart enough to transfer sides to put him in between the tag partners.
Exactly, put them between his opponents. And it's smart wrestling. Although Thrasher was able to pull him out, still he wasn't able to make the tag.
Now, Survivor, I'm going to ask you this question. We have, you have actually dealt with the Brotherhood in the 2PW.
Absolutely, and we beat them multiple times.
Yes. So, I'm just telling you right now, this is a whole new Brotherhood, a whole new attitude, a whole new everything. I mean, I know the culmination. I know that they have...
I helped bring these guys up. I know them better than they know themselves. I'm not worried about any form of the Brotherhood, whether it's me and Corey, me and Remy LeVay. We are not worried about it.
So right now you can see Thrasher just begging Anthony Colosi for that tag, and of course Iron Mike Bonner on here trying to get Julian Jay, Mike.
And we haven't seen Remy LeVay in this area in a very long time. Usually the culmination we see is Philip Archer and Gory, and they're a great tag team on their own. There's no doubt about that. I won't take anything away from you guys whatsoever. And now we've got tags made on both sides. Freshmen are in, and Thrasher is just clotheslining the hell out of the Brotherhood right now.
I mean, he's fresh, man. He is fresh.
He's been waiting on the outside for a very, very long time to get his hands on these guys. He's now going pillar to post, pillar to post.
A splash for you, a splash for later. Mike, he is just a one-man wrecking machine right now.
A shotgun dropkick right there.
And now Thrasher getting... Oh, what is this now? RJ Brooker on the outside distracting...
Well, this is what he does. This is when you have three members. This is what you got to look out for.
This is what you have to remember going against the Brotherhood.
Oh, my God, what a
spear is what you have to watch out for.
Jeez, what a spear by Julian Jay.
I mean, you just saw that. RJ Booker, getting it, sticking his nose where it don't belong. But then again, it is Brotherhood business.
Anytime Brotherhood business is all three members' business in their minds. Doesn't matter if he's not in the matchup or not.
And then there was one, and Thrasher is stuck in there with these two gargantuans. Oh my goodness, here we go.
The question is, what has he got in mind? They're just pounding the guy and beating the hell out of him. And Mike now has him up for a bear hug.
Here it is. It's absolutely over. It's over.
And, oh my goodness.
God. Absolutely.
That's it.
Count to 30.
Thrasher has got to be out after that.
And still, your 814 Tag Team Champions.
For now.
The time of the ball, 8 minutes, 59 seconds. Your winner, still 814 Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Brotherhood getting their opponents out of the ring to celebrate their victory. This is a very, very dangerous combination of Bonner and Julian Jay. Taking nothing away from RJ Booker.
That's right.
When you got the power and the strength, and then even the fist of Mike Bonner, this is a dangerous duo out of the Brotherhood.
I mean, I can't say they are one of the most, in the Pittsburgh area right now, they are one of the most dangerous tag teams out there. I mean, these guys, like I said, they have the titles. They have the power, they have the ferocity, they have the hunger.
We're gonna destroy them.
And you can see this is a whole new attitude. I mean, these guys, when I first met them, these guys, and now I don't even know who these guys are.
You know, Booker yelled at me last show for saying stuff about him, saying, I can wrestle, I can do this. I'm not taking anything away from him. He's a spiritual leader, he's a spokesperson, but the man can wrestle when he's in the ring.
Hey, I will give the devil his due. He is a phenomenal wrestler, taking nothing away from him. But if you put the culmination up against the Brotherhood, Brotherhood is losing every single time.